Here are 5 things that you should never do after a breakup. And although this video is as applicable to men as it is to women, ladies, make sure you stick till the end because the fifth thing is something I know a lot of you guys really struggle with. So let's get right into it. Number one, don't reach out to them for any reason. Go complete no contact. And when I say go no contact, there's a lot of misconception and misunderstanding about that term. We're not going no contact because we're giving them the silent treatment. We're not going no contact because we want to tell them that we're okay without them. We're not going no contact because we want to teach them a lesson or we want them to think about what they did and realize that they were wrong and we were right. We're not going no contact because we're trying to get them to miss us or because we're trying to get them to come crawling back to us begging to take them back. The reason why we're going no contact, the only reason that we're going no contact, is because we're trying to give ourselves a window of time where we don't hear them or see them in order to be able to break that emotional attachment that we have towards them, in order to be able to finally actually move on with our lives. So when I say go no contact, I mean it. Go no contact. Do not reach out to them for any reason. You do not need closure. You do not need to say the last word, and you definitely don't need that old sweater that you left at their house. Stop looking for reasons to have another conversation or in order to reach out to them again. Go complete no contact. Number two, stop stalking them. Do not stalk them on social media. If you need to unfollow them, unfollow them. If you need to block them, block them. If you know that looking at their stories on social media, if you know that looking at their pictures, if you know that if they ever post a picture with another person, with their new boyfriend or girlfriend, or with someone else that they're seeing right now, or having a good time at a party or at a bar, or whatever that is, if you know that that's going to make you feel a certain way, you need to do what's right by you. You need to unfollow them. You need to block them. And again, we're not doing that because we want to send them a message. We're doing that because we want to protect ourselves. Now, do not stalk them in real life either. Now, that means if you know that they're going to be at a certain place, if you know that they're going to be at a certain bar, at a certain coffee shop, at a certain place that you know that they might frequent, try avoiding that place at least in the short term. If you know that there are certain friends that you have in common and that you might run into them for a short period of time, at least at the very beginning after your breakup, try to avoid hanging out with these people. Try to avoid trying to see them in person or on social media. Another thing that's going to allow you to move on quicker is to stop looking at their old pictures or their old text messages. If you need to go through the phone and completely purge all the pictures that you guys had together, all the pictures that you have of them, all the text messages that you guys exchanged, right? Stop going through them again and again. That definitely stops you from being able to move on. So delete all the text messages, delete all the pictures, and stop going through them. Number three, and this one is key in being able to move on quicker. Do not post about your breakup on social media. You do not need to create a post letting everybody know that you are single now. You do not need to tell all your friends about your breakup either. You can choose one person, and that could be a best friend, that could be a family member, a parent, whoever that is that you want to share the entire story with, that you want to unload, that you want to take everything off of your chest with. Use that one person to do it with, but do not share your story, do not share your breakup with everyone on social media or all of your friends. The reason why this is so important is because the more you're going to continue talking about that experience, the more you're going to continue talking about them, the more time it is going to take you to actually be able to take them out of your mind and stop thinking about them in order to be able to move on. Number four, at least in the short term, do not try to stay friends with them, their friends, or their family. I know sometimes we've been in a relationship with that person for a very long time, and we tend to have the same circle of friends. We tend to get very close to their friends. We tend to get very close to their family. But the longer you're going to try to keep these friendships, the more difficult it is going to be for you to be able to move on. If you have to consistently see them, if you have to consistently talk about them, if you have to consistently hear about them, the more you're going to continue thinking about them, the more you're going to be thinking about the breakup, the more difficult it is going to be for you to be able to move on, and the longer it's going to take. So at least in the short term, break all contact. Do not try to stay friends with them right off the bat, especially if you still have feelings for that person. And again, do not try to stay friends with their friends or with their family. Now, if you do have kids together, and this is something that happens a lot, if you've been married or if you have kids with that person, it's impossible to completely cut contact. You have to reset the dynamics to your relationship. You have to make sure that all of your interactions only apply to these co parenting responsibilities and nothing beyond that. You do need to set boundaries and define the parameters of your new relationship with that person. And number five, and I know this is something a lot of people struggle with, do not seek revenge. Even if they did you wrong, even if they mistreated you, even if it was their fault that you guys are no longer in a relationship, you do not need to seek revenge. You see, the longer you're going to be spending time and energy thinking about what you're going to do to them, the more you're going to try to make their life miserable going forward, the more difficult it is going to be for you to actually stop thinking about them and to move on. And remember, the best way to get even with someone is to get better. The sooner you'll start working on yourself and investing in yourself, the sooner you'll be able to move on from that relationship and build another one with someone else. Good luck out there, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.